we focus on power, wealth, and style. And I never disappoint. Every week we have a great guest. And so our great guest today is Miss Shantae Mosley. Is it Mosley or Mobley?
Mosby.
Mosby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
That's okay.
Mosby. And so I'm just want to let our audience know who you are. Let me do your bio. But thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm
Yes,
excited.
I appreciate you for coming.
Thank
So
you.
Shantae Mosby, born and raised in Detroit, Shantae is a dynamic leader, a fierce advocate for women, and a dedicated public servant. As a proud mother of three adult children, she understands firsthand the resilience it takes to navigate life's challenges, especially in a city as tough and vibrant as the Motor City.
Hello.
What up, Doc?
What up, though?
These experiences have ignited her passion for uplifting women, guiding them through adversity and helping them reclaim their power. From an early age, Shantae knew that true leadership meant leading by example. Through her deep rooted involvement in church community initiatives, she became a beacon of hope for young women, inspiring them to redefine their futures and chase their ambitions with confidence. She built a thriving career as a real estate broker, helping families achieve the dream of home ownership, yet her calling did not stop there. With an unshakable commitment to public service, Shantae stepped into the political arena, determined to be a voice for those who needed it most. She began her career in government as a legislative aide in the Michigan Senate before taking on a leadership role in a county youth council dedicated to empowering the next generation. Her influence continues to grow, and she was recently sworn in as a precinct delegate in Northwest Detroit, another step in her mission to affect real change. Shantae Mosby is a woman of vision, faith, and action. Whether in real estate, community, leadership, or public service, she remains steadfast in her mission to uplift, inspire, and transform lives with the resources and opportunities God has placed in her hands. Thank you
Amen.
again and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being here. So I want to start with your career in real estate.
Mhm.
What led you down the path of wanting to become a realtor?
So, like 2008, 2009, when the market crashed, my mom introduced me to a young lady who had a housing counseling agency.
Hmm.
And I went to work for this lady. And approximately 6 months into working as her administrative assistant, she promoted me to loan counseling. So I went through the trainings, learned how to do loan modifications, how to negotiate to bankruptcy lawyers on behalf of homeowners. And I just kind of thought something was wrong. Like it was so many people coming to us with stories about how they got trapped into these predatory loans.
Yes.
I just wanted to be on the other side of that.
What year was
And
that?
that was, I want to say, like 2008, 2009.
Oh, that's like
Yeah,
like in the midst of the whole housing crisis.
yeah, that was heavy work. You would get a family coming into the office. I mean, with their children, they literally were on the brinks of
Being put out on the
foreclosed.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you would take those burdens home with you at night trying to figure out how can I help these people. And I liked what I did, but I didn't like how I felt going home, and especially if it was an unsuccessful attempt to help them, right?
Yeah.
So I knew that I wanted to be involved in helping people find housing, and I wanted to be able to look at these items on these mortgage documents that a
Hmm.
lot of people weren't understanding what they were signing up for. So I wanted to be an advocate for the people even then. I want to help you before you lock yourself into something that could harm you in the
Yeah.
future.
Because everybody was trying to do loans back then.
Hmm.
Remember, like
Yes.
everybody and whoever
Hmm.
was talking about, I'm an LO, I'm this, I'm that,
Yeah.
messing with the money,
Messing with the money.
putting all these points on the back end, stacking them up, and people didn't even realize
They
that they were
didn't.
being taken advantage of.
They didn't. They were locking them into these low interest rates on the top end of the
Hmm.
loan. And then they had these huge balloon payments at
Payments.
the end, and people couldn't afford that.
Yeah.
So they were going to put them out.
Yeah.
And that was hard. So,
I know.
yeah, but that's what created my passion for real estate,
Got
actually.
you.
Yes.
So I'm not a realtor, but I am a realtist,
I
and
know
I
that's
wear this
right.
pin very proudly.
Yeah.
Representing Greater Detroit Realtors Association. We would love to have you eventually
Yes.
become a member, but at least come and hang out with
I
us.
will. I
But
will.
that is part. That is our mission. Is just the fight for fair housing and
Mhm.
democracy.
Yes.
And people think, it's 2025, like this doesn't exist, but
Mhm.
it really
It
does.
does.
It's an ongoing thing, and so we do a lot in our community. Kind of like how you do it. We would just love to have you come aboard
I
with,
know.
with what you do. So, what school did you attend in Detroit? Because you're born and raised in Detroit, proud.
Proud Detroiter. So I went to Fitzgerald Elementary,
Mhm.
Post Middle School, and
Okay.
Mumford High School.
Okay.
Yep.
And Mumford.
Mumford High School.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, you with helping the young ladies, what did that consist of with the confidence? That is like, that's huge.
Yep. So again, around I want to say 2007, 2008, my mom actually, shout out to my mom, Denise Mosby Lewis, love her down.
Hmm.
She started a nonprofit organization called Next Steps Incorporated. And at the time she started that organization, it was catered to women going through domestic violence.
Okay.
Um, and
So you come from leadership.
I come from
You got to
leadership.
put that out
Yes,
there.
I
Yeah.
do. I do. But she started that organization, and I had the idea to create a teen pregnancy prevention, because I was a teen mom.
Okay.
Like I was pregnant at 16, had my son at 17, and just the struggle of that, I wanted to prevent other young ladies from kind of treading down that hill. I
Hmm.
had a lack of confidence as a young woman, so I wanted to instill what I didn't have to others, right? So I wanted to start this kind of like a segment of her nonprofit, or another, what would you call it? Just another part of her
Yeah.
organization. Just catered around young women, teen pregnancy prevention, teen self awareness, even teen domestic violence prevention, because you have a
Yeah.
lot of high school students going through physical abuse. We don't talk about mental and emotional abuse. To me, is just as
Yes.
bad.
Mental abuse is just as bad. Oh
Absolutely.
my goodness.
Yep. So we
Because
just
it can tear down your self esteem.
it does tear down your self
Yeah.
esteem. It kind of strips you from who you truly are if you don't be careful,
Hmm. Hmm.
especially mental and emotional abuse. It's a thing. So yeah, so just wanted to, encourage these girls, give them the tools that they needed to have the confidence, know who they are, even at a young age. I mean, we
Hmm.
started them as early as 12 years old, and we used to have a pack. I mean, I literally had about 16 girls at a time per session.
And so,
Um,
where do these like gatherings or meetings take
right
place?
around the corner from this building, we were on West Post Street, right across the street from Henry Ford Hospital.
Oh, okay, up the
Yeah,
street.
my mom, she still owns her house. It's
Okay.
a just like this building, a huge historic home.
Yeah.
We did it right in her dining room at a very long dining room table. Yep.
So, how would these girls find you?
Oh, we had at the time we used to do social media advertisement. We would go, the parents who were a part of my mom's organization would pass that information down to their children,
Okay.
or really like word of mouth. So yeah, she had advertisement in our window. So
In the
however we
window at the
in the
house.
window at the
That
house.
is
Yes,
grassroots right
that's
there.
grassroots. Absolutely. However we needed to get them, we got them. So
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So
Okay. So, like, what type of activities? And I'm sure this is like workshop based. I'm guessing that that you would have for these young ladies. And I'm
mhm,
asking this too because I have a daughter who's 15,
okay.
and I see she struggles with confidence.
Mm,
No, she doesn't have any issues with abuse, none of that.
yeah.
But it's still a critical age at 15 with social media.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
people are hiding behind, so adults too, but these young
Mm,
kids are
talk
hiding
about it.
behind social media, portraying like this whole life and image that they're not,
Mhm.
and making others feel,
Beneath them.
beneath them,
Mhm.
and in some ways insignificant. And
Yeah.
even though my daughter doesn't come from that home, I see that she struggles with the confidence issue. So,
Mhm.
what types of things do you guys do in these workshops, in these gatherings?
So my mom is a licensed therapist.
Okay, you left that part
Yeah,
out.
no, she's a licensed therapist. So she always has some type of resources.
Okay.
Honestly, so yes, we do. We do written activities where we will have them kind of answer questions about themselves. We
Hmm.
just create a safe space where we all kind of talk about. I think a lot of things with young women is sometimes when we're going through something, you feel like you're the only one going through
Of
that.
course.
Right? So when you're sitting in a room full of peers and you hear somebody else speak about something that's familiar to you that you thought you were struggling with alone, it
Mhm.
kind of creates like it just gives you
Like a
the
safe
confidence,
environment.
yeah,
Yeah.
to be like, oh, okay, I'm going through this too, and now we can talk about it, and now we can create solutions to kind of help you get through that.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of just group sessions, having conversations. A lot of those young girls came from good homes. It's just sometimes you just struggle with something internally
Yeah.
and you can't figure out, what that is.
Yeah.
And especially today, like you said,
Especially
social
today.
media, the pressure of being a perfect image or a specific
Yes.
image, and then half of, I don't know if I can say that, but half of the people that's posting are only posting moments, and I think that they fail to realize that we don't get to see all of
You seeing
the
a
mess.
30-second clip,
That's it. That's it.
that they put together in their best mood, but then you
Exactly.
don't see
The
what
rest
they doing when they
mm,
go to sleep at night. You know what I mean?
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So just a combination of the two though.
Hmm.
Workshops and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because my daughter is dealing with stuff that I didn't deal with at
Hmm.
15 years old.
Yeah.
We had our issues and stuff,
Different time.
but but it was more about being outside and
Hmm.
having fun, and
Yeah.
like they don't even, their fun is just being on the phone all
Yeah.
day.
Hmm.
So
That's true.
so
That's
you
true.
are recently elected precinct delegate.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you. Super excited about that.
So talk about, why are you excited about being a precinct delegate?
Excited about okay, so everything comes back to your roots, right?
Hmm.
I grew up in a household, and again, I love my mom down, but she was not a very political person. All
Okay.
right,
Well, most of us are not in our
yeah, that's
community,
true.
except for when we have to step up and be
Well,
heard.
and I think the reason why I'm excited, Stephanie, is because this is the time that we
Yes.
all need to be stepping up.
Ooh.
And so me kind of being on the side where I was unaware of how important it was to now understanding
Mhm.
how important it is, I feel like I can get through to the people that was on this side of not
Yes.
understanding, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm ready to go door to door. If you in my area, you're gonna see me out this summer, But yeah, I think that's why I'm important. I'm excited. I'm excited because there is a message to be told, and we need to make sure that our people understand the impact of their voice, the strength of their voice, and if they're not expressing and using it,
We're
we're
gonna get
gonna.
rolled over.
That's
So,
it.
what area are you in as precinct delegate?
Yep, I'm precinct 275, so that's like I live 8 Mile in Burt Road area.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm in kind of that district,
Okay.
county district or city council district 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you start knocking on these doors and talking to people, what are you gonna say? Like,
Mm.
what issue is gonna be top of mind to get the people engaged?
So we have our local elections coming up.
Okay.
I will try my best not to push my opinions on
Okay.
these doors. I just really want people to understand the importance of getting involved.
Yeah.
I think my message will be more so stop listening to mainstream media, stop letting them shape the way you vote, and you need to get involved, find a local organization,
Hmm.
be a part of it in any capacity that you can be so that you can learn who these people that are running for these offices truly are.
Who they
I can
truly
look at a
are.
30-second clip and be like, oh, name recognitions. I'm going to vote for them
And
when
that's
it's
what we do in
time.
the community. We go off name recognition
Yes.
in the city of Detroit. We
Yeah.
do. We
And
don't be knowing.
that's that's dangerous
It
is what
is.
I need people to understand. So I think that'll be my biggest message when I'm knocking on these doors is to get to know these people. These are your elected officials in your communities that are going to shape your neighborhoods. So you better understand who they are.
So you won't be complaining about it later.
That part.
So like Kendrick Lamar say, turn off the
That
TV
part. Do
and
some
get to
work.
know who are the leaders and running for
Absolutely.
leadership positions in our community. Now, a lot of people don't even know what a precinct delegate is.
Hmm.
So break down, for the people, what is a precinct delegate?
Yeah, so a precinct delegate is literally a liaison for the community and the elected officials.
Hmm.
We basically are trying to engage our communities. We want to bring everybody to bring you information. So we will go to for the single parents or the parents that work that can't get to those meetings. We go to those meetings for you and we
Mhm.
bring you back information. And if you have some concerns or issues, we're going to take your concerns and issues, we're going to take them back to the elected
Right.
officials.
Mhm.
And in a lot of situations, we're going to hold those same elected officials accountable
Accountable.
to what they told us that they were going to do. So basically, we're your people. You want to find the precinct delegates in your areas, get to know those people. If you can't make those meetings, that's your connection. Get to know who your precinct delegate is, get their phone number, stay in touch.
Well said.
Thank
I'm a
you.
recently elected precinct delegate as
Congratulations. Yeah,
well.
we got certified
At the same
together.
time, yes,
Absolutely. Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
And I'm excited about getting out in the community right now too. It's a lot of stuff going on that's going to affect our community and the middle class
Mm,
in general.
that part.
You know, and I think a lot of people who voted for our president didn't think that through. They didn't think that they were going to be affected by, the shenanigans that's going on in the
Hmm.
White House, the tariffs that's being placed,
Yeah,
on our trade.
that part.
So I think a lot of people probably wish they could take their vote back.
I'm sure, but
I wish I could have got. I wish I was a precinct delegate and could have got more involved, like during the whole election,
yeah.
and really got boots on the ground there because I don't think our people were really because a lot of us did vote for our current president.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
A lot of black males did. I don't think they really understood what
yeah.
was on the table and what they
Hmm.
were voting for.
I think they still don't. I think
You
there's
think they still in the
I
dark?
think some people still don't. I think they're still thinking that there's going to be something good that comes out of this. And I think that it can be, but a lot of us, our people, we know how to make something happen in the midst of chaos.
Yep.
But what I need people to understand is that they probably, I don't want to be like a fear mongering, but just be prepared mentally in the event there's chaos, right? Now I'm gonna leave it right there.
We'll leave it right there. But I think that that's
Yeah,
what's stirring up right now is just a lot of chaos.
yeah.
So we got some work to do
We
as
do have
precinct
some work to do.
delegates.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
got to definitely get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out here.
and I just want to say, because you made a point, you said, I wish I was already a precinct delegate. I just want to let the people know that's watching. You do not have to be a precinct delegate to get involved. You
Hmm.
can find somebody, volunteer, because I don't think they're going to um, run the vote for that up for another 2 years. So we don't want you to
Right.
wait 2 years before you get involved. Get involved now. Like,
Yes.
find somebody, volunteer your time, a couple hours out your month. We don't care. You just give us a little bit of time and let's get to work. We have work to do, and it's for all
We
of
got
us.
work to do. It's
Yeah.
for all of us.
Hmm.
We in this to win this for the
That
next 4
part.
years.
Unity is power in it, man.
Yes, it
Power
is.
in it.
So, legislative aid, what is that? You were previously a legislative aid. What led you to that, and what is that position?
So, district liaison is the correct term for that. But
District liaison.
yeah, same
Okay.
thing. So I am still currently working with Senator Mary Kavanaugh, District 6. She is the Michigan State Senator for the northwest part of Detroit,
Hmm.
Redford, Livonia, Farmington, and the southern part of Farmington Hills. She's to me not a politician, but a public servant.
Okay.
I absolutely I feel very blessed to be able to work under her leadership.
Hmm.
And I've also just been recently promoted to her district director. Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you very much. But what I do is, again, I am meeting with our elected
Okay.
officials, business owners. So, shout out to all my business owners. If you're in District State Senate, District 6, make sure you get at me, give me a call so that we can talk. But we're going to be organizing like a small business expo coming up this summer. She does like a health and wellness event every year.
Hmm.
So currently just kind of organizing her coffee hours every month, making sure I'm engaged in the community. Really the same thing that I'm doing already. I'm just doing it as a representation of my senator, Senator Mary Kavanaugh.
Got you. Shout out to Senator Mary Kavanaugh.
Yes.
So you mentioned, she's more of a public servant than a politician.
Yes.
Give me your
Mm.
definition between the two.
Between the two. So
Yes.
to me, a politician gets on camera, tell us what we want to hear.
Hmm.
They're making deals in the back corner that may go against our values and what's good for us.
Hmm.
While a public servant is listening to their community and then engaging in activity that would propel their community or lift their community up.
Hmm.
that is the difference. They're working for the people as opposed to trying to have the people work for them.
Got you.
Yeah.
And working for the people.
Yes.
Okay. And you have to have a passion
You do.
when you're talking about working for the people.
You do.
You can't just be, I'm coming in here just to get a check.
Yes, you do.
Because
You
you're going
do.
to get all different kind of people. You
Mm-hmm.
can't please everybody,
Nope.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, how long have you been working as a district liaison
Yeah. So,
prior to being promoted?
yep. I started with Senator Kavanaugh December of 23.
Okay.
So just a little over a year.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're talking about that they're going to have like this expo for the business owners coming
Mm-hmm.
up. Will that take place in Detroit or outside? Since she's over several different cities.
So I believe that our target area will be like the Detroit Redford
Yeah.
area. I don't want to speak for her when I say
Okay.
this, but I think that Detroit businesses don't get a fair opportunity at the resources that are available, like some other cities or
Mm-hmm.
counties. So we just want to make sure that we're bringing those resources or the opportunity of those resources, connecting those dots,
Mm-hmm.
and allowing people to navigate in one kind of location to say, okay, this is what's available, this is what's available, and then you can apply for those grants or
Mm-hmm.
apply for that funding kind of right on the spot. I think that is the idea of that.
And why do you think that is that business owners in Detroit don't have as much access to these resources as, the surrounding metro area?
That's a good question, and I actually struggle with that. I'm not sure that it's. I don't know that it's because it's not available because it is available.
Mm-hmm.
I you know, I think that sometimes we miss the information, or if we're not in the information isn't as open as it may be in other areas, right? Or we're not as involved in certain groups or organizations that we could be to get this information.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I won't name the city, but there's a city that has a community where literally all of their small businesses within that city is in a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
They literally have a meeting once a month at like 7 o'clock in the morning. They get together, they interact, so they know where the resources are. They know who to go to for a small business as opposed to having to go to a Myers. They know exactly where to go to in the
Mm-hmm.
community.
In the
So
community.
I don't know. I can't answer that
And that's how they
question,
keep their.
but they are unified.
Uh-huh.
And I think that is unfortunately something that we in Detroit lack in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know,
That's a
but
good idea that you just brought up, though.
yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You think what? I
I
didn't
was
pick
just saying, no, I think that's a hard question. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but we just want to be a part of the solution. The problem
Yeah.
is the problem. What can we do to fix it? So
If we could, all of us small business owners in Detroit could unite and do something like that and keep our dollars flowing
hmm
in the city within our communities, that would be awesome because I can drive down 6 Mile, drive down the Avenue of Fashion. I mean, it's so many since COVID. I mean, I
yes,
know a lot of businesses shut down, but a lot of them were created, a lot of
yes,
creative ideas, and people um, just went for it, like,
yeah,
post COVID.
yeah.
So, if we could just get together like that, I'm
That'd
talking
be
about from
dope.
retail to restaurants. I see it all the time. You know,
Yes. You remember Yellow Pages?
yeah.
What if we had a book where all just our own local small owned businesses so we know where to go? Well, what if we had that?
Girl, we tossing up some ideas
Let's
right here,
do
right
it.
now.
We
As
need to do it.
precinct delegates, we might need to,
Yes.
start visiting our business owners and saying, hey, is this something you would like to be a part of or
Mhm.
contribute to?
Yes.
I love that
Mhm.
idea.
Okay, we'll talk
Keep
about
that
that
right here.
offline.
We're
Yeah.
going to talk about that offline.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, you're into politics, you're working in the community.
Mhm.
What type of, oh, before I even get to that, what can these business owners expect with this expo that's going to come with Senator Kavanaugh? What can they expect, and how are you going to get these people to the event?
Well, we're going to start marketing as soon as currently working on the details of that. But
Hmm.
I'll probably be knocking on some doors or stepping into some businesses very soon, just setting up a 15-minute conversation with some business owners, trying to figure out what their priorities are,
Hmm.
trying to understand what they need. Once I understand what their needs are, then I go to the resources and bring
Exactly.
those needs to us. So it'll almost be like just a tabled event where, if you're a business owner, you can kind of bring what you do. We won't be able to. I don't think we can actually sell product. We have to figure that out, but at least people will know that you exist, and then also you'll be able to reach over across the aisle and maybe grab some information on some available resources. So I'm talking, we want to have people that are funders. We want to have maybe
Oh
some
yeah.
grant opportunities. These are the things, or people that can, if you want to start a business, maybe
Hmm.
someone who can help you set up your LLC or get
Yeah.
your articles of incorporation, all of the things that it would take to run a business. But before we start gathering, I'm going to be in the community, probably at your local businesses. So you'll see me asking you, what is it that you need? So I want to know what they need, and then we want
Yeah.
to
Then you know what to bring to the table.
correct. Yes.
Okay. So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I hope this really helps out. And you mentioned grants. Are there really grants out here available for business owners?
Yeah, there are.
They really are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any specifics,
Got you. But
but they
they
are
exist.
some. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Got you.
Hmm.
So you just left an event today
I
and you look
did.
so pretty. I'm
Thank
loving the
you.
pearls. I
Thank
love the
you.
jacket.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about the event, and I want to talk about the jacket.
Yep. So, the event was Denim and Pearls. It was the Oakland County Democratic Party fundraiser. It was Denim and Pearls, really cutesy, very demure, right?
Hmm.
A lot of wonderful people in the building. Shout out to Oakland County Democratic Club. Yeah. So it was like a brunch fundraiser, but it was fun. It was a good time. And yep, and then I headed straight on over here. I changed my jacket. Actually, had on a blue jean and pearl jacket, but I changed my jacket to this very important jacket. So shout out to my friend Tanasha Mack, who is the CEO and founder of Mojave. Y'all gotta get y'all one, black owned, women owned business. Can I just turn around and show them the back of this
Yes,
jacket?
please do.
Super
Give
hot,
her a
yeah.
shout out.
Let me.
The jacket is
Yes,
fire.
I am.
Yes,
Shout out.
Mojave.
Shout out to Tanasha Mack. I love her now. Also, she is a longtime friend. I really should be calling her my family, but so yes, I had to switch jackets and represent.
So where is she located? Does she have a brick and mortar?
She does not have a brick and mortar. She is a
Okay.
startup.
Okay.
Yes. So right now you can find her on Facebook. Now I'm old school. I only do Facebook, so don't ask me about Instagram and nothing else. But I'm gonna give y'all her Facebook. It is Tanasha Mack. That's TANASHA Mac, Mack. Yep, and you can find some of her. She has a lot of different colors.
Oh
Really
yeah.
cool combos.
Okay.
Beautiful. Yep. So shout out to Mojave.
I'm gonna have to check her out.
Yes,
I
yes,
would love for her to do something for me and
yes.
maybe put Beauty and the D on
There you
there.
go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure
So
she
I can
can.
rock my brand and hers at the same time.
There we go.
That's what we
I
have to
love
do.
that. Yes,
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So when do you have time to balance everything? So you're helping young girls, you got, stuff in your personal life, you're working in politics. Let's talk about like work life balance because we women, we think we're superwoman and we can just do it all.
Yeah. So
Sometimes I have to take my cape off.
I know, right? I don't know. So currently, it's crazy. Currently, a lot of the community events I go to kind of feel like downtime for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. You can just get to go out, you're socializing, you're
Hmm.
meeting a lot of great people. I am enjoying doing that.
Okay.
You did mention I have a 90-year-old uncle. He is a veteran. He
Thank you for your
is,
services, Uncle.
yeah. Thank you, Uncle Donald James. He is amazing, though. He is still very sharp mentally, but he's declining physically, right? And
Hmm.
so just kind of taking care of him. A lot of times I just go chill over there, just making sure he's good. So, and I'm used to taking care of somebody, right? I've had three children, they're
Hmm.
all gone and grown. My baby, shout out to her. She's graduating from Alabama State University this year, May
Congratulations.
2nd. Yes. And then we're going to take a vacation. So I guess I set things up to look forward to. And
Hmm.
then I'm busy while I'm busy. I don't know, but
Busy while I'm
not
busy.
burning out,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
doing everything in moderation, making sure I still have a proper rest. And other than that, I'm good though. I love everything that I do. I think God has truly blessed me, and so just to be able to bless others or give
Yeah.
back or do whatever I do, I feel it's appropriate and necessary. So
That is truly a blessing when somebody can say that, I love what I do.
yeah,
I'm not burned out.
yeah,
I have a passion. That is just such a blessing to be able to say that. It's kind of like nostalgia,
yeah, it is.
So working for a senator, what I mean, you said what you do, but what is that like on a day-to-day basis? Is that like stressful? Is that you're dealing with the people? Are you still bringing issues home?
Yeah, so no, I do not bring issues home.
Okay,
I've learned how to turn that off. Once I
okay,
go home, I'm home, right?
okay,
But working for the senator is literally different every day,
okay.
right? There's no 2 days are going to be alike. Some days are jam packed, some days may be lighter. It just really depends. We definitely try to get out, and she tries to make sure we're out in the community. We try to hit every community engagement. Of course, we can't always, but that's what it's like. It's about building relationships, it's about networking, it's about making sure we understand what the community is asking for, what are their issues, and how the senator can assist on a state level.
But how do you determine that? Like, what type of events do you go to? And because it's like discovery, I'm assuming. So, what type of events do you go to find out the discovery of what the people want?
Yep. So, Democratic club organizations, we go
Hmm.
to block club meetings,
Hmm.
association meetings, um, fundraisers. But when people see that badge I took off, when they see that you're from the senator's office and they
Hmm.
have an issue, they're gonna
They
come to
come right
you.
up to
Yeah,
you.
they're gonna find you.
Yeah.
But in the block club meetings, that's usually what their meetings are about. They're talking about their issues. They're trying to work together to figure out how to solve an issue,
Hmm.
whether it's a pothole in the middle of the road, or
Hmm.
they need a stop sign on this street.
Yeah.
Like, those are some of the issues that you kind of hear in the community. And sometimes it's not even issues that Senator Kavanaugh can attack, because it may be a local municipality issue or
Right.
a county issue. But she will definitely have her office kind of
Direct you.
collaborate with those organizations to make sure those people are getting taken care of, which again is why I say she's a public servant.
Gotcha.
Right. So yeah, that's how we get it though. We're invited to meetings and we show up.
So you brought up a very good point there when you said that like everything she can't tackle, right? Some things are on the local level, some things are on the county level. What can the senator do? Like a lot of us, we vote for these people. We in the booth. What can a senator handle? Like, what is their actual job description?
Yeah. So the senator, if you think about the person that would write the checks or maybe sit at the table and agree to, this is what we want to appropriation,
Hmm.
right? That is a big thing of what the senator does. They can write legislate law. They can write it, and it has to be voted on, of course, because you have other senators. I think there is. Hmm, I don't want to say number because I don't want to be wrong, but there's a group of
Hmm.
senators, right? I think there's 15, but they can propose a new law,
Hmm.
and it would have to be, or a bill, and it would have to be voted on.
So
So,
who votes on it first before it gets disseminated down to us, regular
well,
folk?
it depends on who writes it. So,
Okay.
like, you have the state reps, they will vote on something and it goes up to Senate.
Okay.
But then you have the Senate bills who they create a proposed bill, and then it
Hmm.
goes up to government,
Okay.
right? So it's a lot. But yeah, that's
Gotcha.
what they can do. They appropriate, they deal with the budget, and they can definitely write legislator.
Okay, so collectively, our senators are dealing with our budgets respectfully in the districts that they represent.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so when is a good time for a citizen to say, I just need to call up my senator?
Anytime.
Anytime.
Anytime. Where you just know what you calling for. If you got a reason you want to talk to the office, and try to figure out, because even their office people should be able to direct you to who you need to talk to
Right.
if that is not the appropriate office for your issue.
Gotcha. So it's a ton of gatekeepers before you can, actually get up to the senator.
It is, but that's why I say, if you get out in the community and
Hmm.
you meet people, you'll meet the people that you need to be connected to,
Right.
that can get right
Absolutely.
to them. But
You're absolutely right. Because
yeah,
networking goes a long
it
way. That's
does.
how you and I met.
Yeah,
And then we just keep bumping into each
all
other
the
at
time.
every event.
Yeah.
Um, so we talked about, why people would reach out to their senator. How can they reach out to their senator? How can they reach out to their senator?
So, every senator has a different phone number, but they should have a phone number. There should be a website and their email, which is all public information.
Okay.
So, I think a lot of people don't even, we went door knocking. It was my first time actually door knocking on behalf of the senator last summer.
Okay.
Some people didn't even know they had like a state senator. Like they just thought it was our U.S. senator, right? I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Our Congress, our
our
U.S.
U.S. senator,
Yeah,
but they didn't know they had a local state
right
senator
here.
right here. So I think,
So you was educating people.
yeah, educating people like, yes, you have a senator, and this is her. So just knowing, I guess, who your elected officials are in your district is important,
It is.
and then getting their information. All of it is public. So first, find out the name, go on Google, put that name in, their website, email, and phone number should pop up.
Mhm.
And I would say the first point of contact probably should be a phone call,
Mhm.
because even if you don't get them, you'll get someone in their office who can relay that information for you.
You have, I mean, you've educated me as well.
Oh,
You are dropping some gems, a lot of good information.
man.
And so you had mentioned that you guys do go to block clubs as well.
Hmm.
So for an area that, for instance, doesn't have a block club association,
Hmm.
um, how could one go about, establishing a reputable block club association in their neighborhood?
Yeah. So no, I just know this. This is local. It would be city, but you can go to DetroitMI.gov,
Hmm.
and there's a area where it says like start a block club.
Hmm.
That's where you would start a block club, and you can get in touch with your local council person
Hmm.
and let them know that you want to get a block club started.
Okay.
Yeah, I think another important piece, and I know we're not state, but just citywide. I think every going back to the business owners or
Hmm.
people that want to start up businesses, they need to know that each city council district has a business liaison department. There's a business liaison person.
Really?
Get in touch with that person. Though that's the person who you talk to about your grants and etc. What opportunities and what funding. That would be a key person in your city council district to talk to about your business. So yeah.
Every city council person has a business liaison.
Yes.
So to all of my business owners in the city of Detroit, if you got nothing else, I hope you got that
Yeah.
because I'll be calling mine on Monday.
Okay. Yes.
I need some liaison
Hmm.
in my
Yes.
business.
Hmm.
So, what about people who are not aware of who their block club association is? Like
It's on DetroitMI.gov.
that's on Detroit in
Yep,
my
put
so
your address in.
okay,
It'll tell you your block club, your block club captain. There should be an email address or website if they've established that.
hmm,
But yes, yep,
phenomenal, great,
DetroitMI.gov.
great, great
Yes,
information.
thank you.
Now, I want to go back to the beginning of the show. We talked about young girls because, that's a sweet spot for me because I have a teenager. For people that want to reach out to you, right, in regards to that, how can they reach out to you?
They can call me if I get enough girls. So we haven't done that program in a while.
Okay.
But they can call me, and if I get enough young ladies, we will be more than happy to restart that. I'm sure my mom, if she's watching this, probably doing cartwheels like, oh, is she gonna come back to it? But yeah, definitely 313-566-3545. They can reach me on that number for real estate. If you need some team mentorship, you have questions about the community for any reason, that's my direct cell. And then I'm gonna give you my email address. It is smj. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. It's sjmjohnson03 at gmail.com. So sjmjohnson at gmail 03 at gmail.com. I'm sorry, that's crazy. You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Get your social media handles too, so they can like follow you right now.
Yep. So on Facebook, I am Shantae Mosby. It's SHAWNTE. Last name Mosby, Mosby. On Instagram, I am CK underscore KWN. That's CK underscore KWN. And on TikTok, I am at House Hunter number one. So, yeah.
Okay, house hunter. Let's talk real estate. That's one of my other passions.
Yes.
I love
Okay.
talking about real estate. So, do you specialize in residential or commercial?
So I specialize in residential. I actually just started tapping into commercial.
Good for you.
Yes, yes, yes. I actually like it, but it's a
It's a
monster.
beast.
Yeah, it's a beast, but I'm gonna
Okay.
learn it,
Okay.
all of it.
Of course, you're Superwoman. You do
Yeah.
it all. So, do you like typically like helping like first time home
Mhm.
buyers, or you help people list their homes? Like, what do you do specifically?
Well, both, but I think my passion is more first time home buyers.
Okay.
Yeah, first time home buyers and people who don't have a big budget to buy houses, because I
Hmm.
think those are the ones that the you know popular agent they don't like to
They don't
they,
want to deal
if
with the
you're not,
first time home
yeah, they
buyers.
don't want to deal with the first time home buyers. They don't want to deal with people whose budgets and as big as they think it should be.
Hmm.
But yeah, give them to me. I'll take them, because we're going to find them something. We're going to make sure they got all the grants. We're going to make sure they can, in some cases, layer those grants, right?
Yes.
And yeah, we're going to try to get them the lowest interest rate that we could possibly get them.
Hmm.
And we're not going to let them get in anything. We're going to make sure that it's
It won't be no predatory
no
situation.
predatory
Then show
situation.
them how to be a landlord after they
That
become a
part.
homeowner.
Okay.
So how do you reach? How do you find? Well, you know what? Before we can talk about how you find your clients, what are some of the grants? Because you said that some of them can be stacked. What
Mhm.
are some of the funding out here that's available to a first-time home buyer?
So, well, there's the DPA program, which
Is
is
that still
down payment
going on?
assistance. So let me verify that. I'll get back
Okay.
to you afterwards.
Yep.
But that was one. There was a Bank of America had a
Okay.
program where they were offering like 10,000 for first time home buyers, and then if you purchased in a certain area, there was like another 7,500.
I heard about that.
But
Did,
they
did
were
anybody actually get it?
yeah, listen, my cousin, shout out to Mara Mosby, she got that grant and she was also able to layer that DPA grant. So when she closed, she actually got a check back. She didn't have to go to the table and submit a check. She got money back
That's
at the close. She took me to lunch afterwards. Okay,
okay.
so I'm saying so it's a real thing, but you just have to find it, and then it just depends. It depends on the person. It depends on their credit score. It depends on their loan amount, their financial situation. Sometimes it's unique to each person. So when people be like, throw out this general blanket, I don't. It's kind of catered to the person, in my opinion,
Okay.
right? Based on what you qualify for, what type of grants are available to you, if the grant is available to you, because I don't want you to
If
think
it's
it is
available, right.
and it isn't, right? So yeah, it's just depends.
So when a client contacts you, Shantae,
Mhm.
first time home buyer, what does that look like? You obviously refer them to someone, an LO or somebody that you have a relationship with,
Yes.
see what they're pre approved for, and
Hmm.
then you just kind of go from there.
Yeah, most of the loan officers I work with, they are very familiar with the grants.
Okay.
So we collaborate,
Hmm.
and we find them as many grants as I can, as we can rather. And then there's a option, I'm not gonna get this tea out online. I'm gonna save that. But yeah, we work together. We kind of just collaborate, make sure we can find them the money.
Hmm.
Um, and then unless they come with their own, sometimes they come with their own mortgage
Okay.
loan officer, and I make sure that that loan officer is finding them the money. What does this person qualify? What did you look here? Did we look
Hmm.
there? So just making sure that they have all that they can, and also making sure that mentally they're ready to purchase a home.
Ooh, because it's no more calling the landlord.
That
When the
part.
toilet is overflowing, you got to get on the phone and find your own plumber.
That part, and
Yeah.
Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America actually taught me that. It was one thing that they taught me. Even when you purchase a home, how many reserve do you have reserves? Do you still have money left over in the bank? Because we don't want you bleeding out your entire account
Right.
trying to go into this home. Like
Hmm.
that's crazy. So
Right.
yeah.
Then we'll be back to the crisis situation we had in
Yes,
2008.
yes, yep.
Right.
So
So, what does inventory look like right now for people looking to purchase?
yeah, so again, I think it's unique to the area that
Okay.
you desire. Just depending on where you want to purchase. I think the current market is what it is right now. I think it's a 6.5 interest rate.
Hmm.
So people are selling, people are still getting what they want for these properties. So I do think there's currently more homes for sale than there are ready buyers.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
So it is. So, in your opinion, it's an abundance of inventory in the city
I
of
wouldn't.
Detroit.
Yeah, I just think that nobody's really buying right now.
Really?
Yeah,
I wonder why that is. And do you
probably
see like,
fear.
hmm?
maybe they're scared. We don't know
Could be.
what this climax, which where we're going. So maybe a little bit of fear, possibly.
Could be.
Mhm.
Do you see at all, like in the city of Detroit, well, what's the word that I'm looking for? I can't even think of the correct word I'm looking for. Where we see an influx of other races moving into the city and purchasing these homes. Do you see an influx of that?
I see a lot of investors
Mm,
that we don't see
who
buying up
don't
the
live in the
properties.
properties?
Yeah. So I understand. So I'm more west side of Detroit, west northwest part. But I do hear from others that like the east side of Detroit, there is a lot of people that don't look like us purchasing, even moving in some of those properties. But what I see this way is a lot of investors that aren't even in the United States
Mm-hmm.
sending
Mm-hmm.
representatives over to purchase a
In Detroit.
yeah.
So it's safe to say people have their eye on the city of Detroit,
Oh, for sure.
which is why we really got to be boots on the ground
Mm-hmm.
with the political climate and
Mm-hmm.
everything going on. Because I'm seeing this too in the insurance world. People are coming, investors from everywhere except here,
Mm-hmm.
and they're purchasing like just like blocks of properties at a time, and they're sitting there holding on them.
Mm-hmm.
I have that particular issue going on next door to me. I've
Mm-hmm.
tried to make the people an offer next door. It's sitting there, it's a blighted property.
Mm,
Okay, it's falling down, and it's becoming like a place for people to hang out. Here I am taking care of my little property and doing this and doing that, replacing everything, and it's an eyesore, to be
mm,
honest.
yeah.
But guess what?
Mm,
They got a couple of hundred properties, this investor.
yeah.
In this, I did my research
Uh-huh.
in the city of Detroit,
All of
and
them.
they just letting them sit like that, dilapidated, just waiting.
I wonder how long though they've been sitting, because that frustrates me to hear that. I just had a client who sold a property because the city of Detroit was coming after her about it being blighted. She was
Hmm.
a senior citizen. She was trying to take care of it as much as possible, but she got so nervous and she just was like, I just want to get rid of the property. But the fact that it was, I want to say, right under a year, and the pressure for her to get this property together or they were gonna take it, but then you're telling me that,
This investor is getting
yeah,
away with it. How is that? But
yeah,
this
that's
little
very
old lady who
frustrating.
probably been there for years and years and years,
That's very
it's not
frustrating.
okay. So I gotta make some calls
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
No,
Well,
this week seriously
loop me
about
in
this.
because that may be our opportunity to advocate for probably a lot of our senior citizens. I'm sure that are
Yeah.
dealing with that.
Yep, I have this investor name of the company. We'll talk offline.
Okay.
Name of the company. They have a few hundred, literally a few hundred properties in and around the city of
Mm,
Detroit. So girl, this time goes by so fast. We have like 2 minutes.
okay.
What do you want our audience? Because you said this is not me. It's me stepping outside of my
It
comfort zone.
is. It is.
So with that being said, what do you want people to know about you, Shantae, and how can they contact you, especially our first time home buyers who need to purchase a property?
Yeah, I just want people to know that I am who I am. I don't know. Like, I am just, you asked me a question earlier. I know we have 2 minutes. How do I get my clients? Word of mouth.
Okay.
You can literally Google my name. You will see the reviews. These are not paid advertisements. These are authentic reviews.
Okay.
I treat my clients like family. I'm gonna go to bat for you. If I don't think it's right, I'm gonna tell you. You can be mad at me, but you're gonna thank me tomorrow. It's who I am.
Hmm.
And if you want that type of advocacy for you, somebody's gonna work with you, and advocate on behalf of you, in your face, behind your back. Then I am your person. So you can reach me again at sjmjohnson03@gmail.com, or you can reach me by telephone 313-566-3545. Add me on Facebook, Shantae Mosby. Instagram, CK underscore KWN. TikTok at Hunter House Hunter number one.
House hunter number one.
Yes.
And who you work for?
Trillion Realty. Trillion Realty. Shout out to Trillion Realty. Yes.
Okay, absolutely. Absolutely, gotta give them a shout out.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you for
We
having
talked
me.
politics, we talked real estate, we
Yes.
talked the D,
Yes.
we talked about a lot. I'm
We
just so
did.
thankful and grateful that
I
you did
appreciate
stop
you
by
inviting
and
me.
come on in to Beauty
Thank
and the D
you.
and kick it with us today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, and I hope that we've inspired somebody, and also whether it's finding confidence for a young lady or finding a home for their family,
That part.
or just boots on the ground talking about political advocacy,
Yes.
precinct delegate, everything. So again, thank you.
Mm,
Shout out to you.
thank
We
you.
got to have you stop back over here
For
again
sure.
and talk some more about
Yes.
real estate and what's next for you. We got like 10 seconds. What's
Okay.
next for you, Shantae?
What's next? What's next? I'm not sure. I'm just right now going with the flow of life, whichever way God leads me. My goal is to continue to push forward in my faith, to be honest. And as He opened up doors, I'll just continue to walk through them.
Amen.
Okay.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Detroit, for tuning in to another episode of Beauty in the D, where we focus on power, wealth, and style. And we never disappoint. Every week, we always have a fabulous special guest. And today, we did the same. I was so proud to have here with us today Miss Shantae Mosby.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next week right here on WJZZ Cool TV with me, Stephanie Coney, host of Beauty in the D.